Welcome back to SmackDown Vs Raw 2006 General Manager Mode. I am your host, attackslug, officially on that road to WrestleMania. We have a one pit stop at No Way Out, but otherwise 8 or 9 weeks or so, and we're at the grandest stage of them all. So some things have to be reassessed moving forward on the show today. Number 1, can I trade the Big Red Machine, Kane, and get somebody from Raw over onto SmackDown? So in the roster, proposing a trade for Kane, who is currently at 81 and unsatisfied, wants that world title opportunity. Not happening, Kane. But over on Raw, if we check on our popularity, we have JBL and Ted DiBiase. So can I trade Kane for a wrestling cod is the question. Let's find out. So, Kane, JBL, that's the trade. What do you say? Monday Night Raw. Trade accepted. Welcome, JBL, to SmackDown. Kane, bye-bye. You are Raw's problem now. Accepted. Love it. So, again, Andre, 3 weeks, minor injury, sprained wrist from that Hell in a Cell with Mankind, our new champion, Andre the Giant. So, otherwise, our current champions, it's Andre, Randy, and Book, Big Show, and Rey Mysterio. We have our current, now ending rivalries. So I want to take this one, cut. This one can go, because it's the cruiserweights, whatever. This one, cut. This one can go until Mania, and this one, obviously, cut. So things to reassess today. We have JBL, so perhaps a recreation of that JBL HBK feud from back in the day. But otherwise, on the roster, I know we can't work Andre and Mankind on this show, but we do have to start our new rivalries, so I think having them manage in those matches makes sense, and also running those promos to begin those rivalries. So otherwise, fatigue, it's just kind of those two from that Hell in a Cell got a bit wild. Otherwise, we're okay. Now, contractually, who is up? All right, so 2 weeks for Carlito, JBL, and Shelton Benjamin. We're going to pay up Mr. JBL right now. So JBL, get that almost $200K for you. So there we go. Down to $2 million in our available cash. Now then, everyone else, y'all can wait. How do we accomplish the things we need to accomplish on the show today? As a reminder, it is indeed SmackDown in the lead by quite a bit here, 6.2 to 3.7, and the only pay-per-view between now and Mania on the schedule, as I said, is No Way Out at the end of February. It is a SmackDown pay-per-view. So a bump from that, and then Mania is like the last thing here on the deal. So no Raw show in between here and there. Ha ha. I get that bump and you don't. So, in the meanwhile, on this schedule, 31st January, Anchorage, Alaska, and we have a shorter book. So, as I said, promo number 1 is going to be a starting the rivalry. And that rivalry will be Andre the Giant, the champion, versus the winner of the Rumble, that dead man, that phenom. Promo number 2 is going to be a starting the rivalry. And that is the former champion Mankind having a nice day versus Mr. Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect, John Cena. So those are our top 2 rivalries heading towards WrestleMania for the next 8 or 9 weeks, and it should end there, hopefully spectacularly. But I also want that first week on this show, so what do? I can't obviously work Mankind or Andre because of their extremely high level of fatigue, but managing should not induce any fatigue is my assumption, and we're going to try that here on the show today. So it's going to be in the main event, a singles match with manager. It will be that dead man, Undertaker, who is got low fatigue, versus somebody being managed by Andre the Giant. And again, who's going to be that somebody? It will be Edge at 81. So on this day, he sees clearly, and Edge and Taker certainly have a history in wrestling. Now, match number 5, a very similar scenario. We need to have that deal with a singles match with a manager, and it will be Mr. Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect John Cena. His opponent being managed by Mankind, and his opponent, Mr. Shucky Ducky Quack Quack Booker T, in the building. Now, we must start a new rivalry, match number 4. Actually, no, I'm sorry. We must continue a rivalry, which was a cage match last time, but also in the Royal Rumble. Before that was a submission, so therefore we're getting a first blood match here today between Eddie and Randy, the Viper, 94-92. Match number 3, our brand new rivalry is going to be starting, obviously, with a regular standard singles match, and that, my friends, will be JBL and HBK. So, JBL get in there at 78. Wait, he was 81. What happened? Wait, hold on a minute, Raw. You tricked me. You fooled me. How did JBL lose from 81 to 78 just being traded to SmackDown? That's just not right. Not right. But in the meanwhile, he has to fight Mr. WrestleMania here at 91. So a mismatch in their popularity, to be sure, but that is what it is. Now, where does that leave the Big Show? I don't know just yet. So, Big Show will get you somebody, either Booker T or Edge. One of those two, I guess. I don't know. Obviously, we open up with our cruiserweights who had a TLC and then the Rumble. So, I guess back to a regular standard singles match for those two. So, RVD versus Ray for that cruiserweight title, because why not? But I know that someone said they wanted to work on this show. Let's back out here for a second and find out who wanted to work on the roster. Carlito wants to work. Jericho wants to work. John Cena wants to win. And Shelton Benjamin wants to work. So, alright, let's see here. What's the deal here with a Big Show on this show? Well, match number 2 is going to be a handicap type business, but not in the way you might think, because, you know, video games. So, Big Show will team up with Shelton Benjamin and Chris Jericho to take on Carlito. Now, that's not cool for Carlito, but hopefully a win for the largest side in the world. So, there is that. That is our SmackDown. Not great. My assumption is we'll lose viewers, but importantly, we are establishing some of the things going into WrestleMania. So, I guess I need a pen here to write down something. This should leave us with 5 rivalries, and I gotta figure out who Big Show is fighting on the road to WrestleMania tomorrow. So, hit and start, readying up, let's go. Can Ray retain that cruiserweight title against Rob Van Dam? Yes, yes he can. Now, Carlito versus Big Show, Shelton, and Jericho. Please, please, please do not have the biggest upset in the world. Thank you. That actually worked for once. Now, JBL, Shawn Michaels. With considering how low that JBL's popularity is, we know we need to play. We know we need to beat HBK and lose on purpose, because otherwise, what's the point? And in his ring gear, no. JBL in a suit. That's funnier. I think JBL in the suit coming out of the limo makes for a better thumbnail for this YouTube video. Yes, there we go. Door opens, and who is here? It's JBL. I've heard that he is poopy. Anyhow, yep. So, gonna be in the suit and beat Shawn Michaels in the suit, because why not? Why not? But he's here, and he's doing it. So, yes, I just need an opponent now for Big Show, and then we're good on our 6 rivalries heading towards WrestleMania. Now, that also, I gotta decide who is gonna be Eddie's tag team partner, because obviously that is still a tag team feud, sort of, kind of. Look, whatever. But it's Orton and Booker versus Eddie and somebody. So I'm not sure what it's going to be just yet. We'll find out. But in the meanwhile, JBL gonna get things done here against Shawn Michaels in a full-on suit. Because why not? If anyone can make it work, it would be JBL, you big bully. But in the meanwhile, we need a win here for SmackDown in this GM mode. So I'm going to overlook those things and just say, hey man, make it a win. Make it a win. Because otherwise, problems with his very low, comparatively, popularity to one HBK. Which was like, most of the other things I have set up here are kind of in the same, you know, like 90s, mid-90s, low 90s. And of course, we had that for HBK and Big Show, but that was going to be at an end. So the problem was there wasn't a really good replacement for those two to have that are on the same level of their popularity. Now, will we see a clothesline from hell here from JBL? Or just perhaps a pinfall, or no, the old reliable that everyone has in their moveset in this game for some weird reason, this stupid leg lock, the heel hook. I hate it. I never want to see it again, but we have like 10 or 11 more episodes of this show, so I'm going to see it again between now and the ending. But man, on the back of the neck, I'm trying to escape because it doesn't matter. Yes, escape. Do it the right way, JBL. A hard-hitting, yes, a hard-hitting maneuver, and then put me away with your finisher. So, I don't need the camera cuts for a good thumbnail. I've already got one of JBL leaving that limo. So at least that is one thing I gotta worry about. Oh, pile driver. Stuffed him. Now, will we see the clothesline from hell? Or just a pinfall. I'm not kicking out. Or back into the submission maneuver. Because why wouldn't he? Immediate escape. JBL, use your finisher. Like, seriously. Pick me up and stop trying to tap me out. What is wrong with you? I understand you're a wrestling god. And so on and so forth. But good lord, yes. Alright, so it's not the clothesline from hell. It's not. It is a powerbomb. Sure. Good God almighty. Broken in half. That's it, he's dead. Okay, 1, 2, 3. JBL in the suit gets that victory. On his SmackDown debut. Getting some points off of Shawn Michaels and put him onto JBL is the plan here. Now, don't get too big for your britches, Mr. Longest reigning SmackDown champion of all time. Because, or well, he used to be. Because you're not getting a title opportunity. You're feuding with Shawn Michaels. Now then, Eddie versus Randy. First blood, and Randy gon' bleed. John Cena, Booker T with Mankind in the corner. A do, which is fine because Cena wanted that win, so he got that win. Taker vs. Edge on this day. The winner is The Undertaker, even with Andre lurking at ringside. So, what does that mean for the ratings, and what got lost here? I knew it Raw. Raw got 60K. You know, Mankind, how? How did Mankind get injured at ringside? 4-star Raw and a 3.5. Like, the whole point was to not have them get injured. Minor injury. So, a sprained knee. Standing at ringside. A sprained knee. That's just... what? How? Why? And for how long? Okay, so, minor injury, 4 weeks. Man, that is going to be rough for both sides of my brand new rivalries. Andre and Mankind. So, what does that mean on the schedule? Not on schedule. What does that mean on the roster in terms of their current... yeah, alright. I've reduced some fatigue here, but not nearly enough. And now we have 4 weeks and 2 weeks on these injuries. Man, just cursed on the road to WrestleMania. And I do not want major injuries if at all possible. Now, granted, I could make trades like right now and then reset those things. Otherwise, Jericho wants a shot. Bruh, come on now. Christian wants to work. Eddie wants a shot. Man, Randy wants to win. and RVD wants to win. We'll see. We'll see. Otherwise, in the fatigue, it's just Mankind and Andre are up there. Now, we should have 5. Yes, 0 weeks, 5 weeks, 0 weeks, 0 weeks, 3 weeks. We need one more. We need Big Show and somebody, and trying to do that on the show tomorrow. In the reports, we have Raw did 2.5, 1.5, 2.5, 3, 4.5, 4.5. Armageddon Hell in a Cell with 6 dudes. Like, good lord. Austin winning that one, and your champion is Triple H here in that Battle Royal. SmackDown was 3, 2.5, 3.5, 4, 3.5, 4. So again, we're starting new things and back to square one on a lot of our business as such. But even on a minor 60K, we are still ahead by a whole lot. We can drain, and then guess what? We're going to hit No Way Out and get a big bump and then head toward Mania and then hopefully win Mania. But we'll see. We'll see. It is a commanding lead for SmackDown right now, but could things change? You never know. So tune in and find out. I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. I'll see you next time, and I'm out.